Hello friends, quite often during this outbreak of COVID-19 or Corona, you would have heard about the terminologies from experts such as susceptible to infections, recovered, basic reproduction number, etc. In this video, we would try to understand the statistics behind an epidemic. We would try to understand a simple model of infectious disease, that is SIR model. The idea behind this video is to understand how statistics is used to model spread of an infectious disease and to further understand the importance of preventive measures such as social distancing or washing hands for 20 seconds or maybe wearing mask, etc. in reducing the impact of outbreaks of infectious disease such as COVID-19. So what is SIR model? In this model, the population is divided into different compartments, each with a different label such as M for maternal antibodies, S for susceptibles, E for exposed, I for infectious, R for recovered, C for carrier while not suffering the disease, D for dead. The origin of such models can be tracked back to 1927 when Kermack and McKendrick proposed them in their research publications. SIR model is one of the basic compartmental model, and there are many other models, but they are derived from this basic form. In this model, the population is divided into three compartments: S for the number of susceptibles, I for the number of infectious, and R for the number of recovered or deceased or immune individuals. The SIR model is quite helpful in predicting the course of an infectious disease which is transmitted from human to human and in which after recovery lasting resistance is conferred. The variables S, I and R represent number of people in each compartment at a particular time. Every member of the population moves from S to I and I to R. The arrow shows the transition between the compartments. Now let us understand the terminology used in SIR model. Here ST is the fraction that is susceptible to an infectious disease at time t. IT is the fraction that is infected at time t. RT is the fraction that has recovered. Beta is the rate at which infected person infects a susceptible person. It is also known as infection rate. Gamma is the rate at which infected persons recover from the disease. So gamma is also known as recovery rate. And R naught, basic reproduction number, which is also called basic reproduction ratio. Kermack and McKendrick had certain assumptions when they proposed this model. It is assumed that population size is fixed, that is, no birth or deaths due to disease or deaths by natural causes. Incubation period of infectious agent is instantaneous, and duration of infectivity is same as length of disease. It is also assumed a completely homogeneous population with no age or social structure, etc. Usually an epidemic or pandemic outbreak is so rapid that it outnumbers the vital statistics of a population. Hence, if the objective is to understand the consequences of an epidemic immediately, the usual birth-death processes are neglected. In this case, the SIR system can be expressed by the following set of differential equations. ds dt is equal to minus beta Si di dt is equal to beta Si minus gamma I, dr dt is equal to gamma I. These three equations show the rate of change of S, I and R with respect to time t. Let us make it simple for a non-statistics person. Here ds dt is equal to minus beta Si. It is rate of change of number of susceptible people with respect to time. Let us discuss what makes this number of susceptible change. If the susceptible and infected come in contact, then there is some chance or probability that susceptible person would get infected. So, higher there is mingling of susceptible and infected persons, the more susceptible and infected will multiply together to have further more interactions, and hence higher is the probability that the susceptible people will get infected. Hence the equation minus beta Si. This is negative, and as the susceptible will become infected, and hence the number of susceptibles will decrease over time. We would like to keep this transition from S to I low or maybe 0. di dt is equal to beta Si minus gamma I. It is rate of change of number of infected people with respect to time. When the susceptible persons move from S compartment to I compartment, they also become infected. Hence, the loss of susceptible compartment, that is minus beta Si, is the gain of the infected compartment. And hence, you could see the term beta Si in equation 2. And further, when the infected people either recover because of getting treatment or because their immune system comes into play or they die, then there is loss of infected people, and hence it is denoted by minus gamma I. Once infected, we would like to keep this transition from I to R very fast, and we would like all of them to be recovered. dr dt is equal to gamma I. It is rate of change of number of recovered people over with respect to time. Now, the loss of infected people is gain of recovered people. Hence, the negative gamma I is shown as positive. Let us see this graph about how the rate of change of S or I or R looks like. You could see the yellow curve. It starts at the top and then it drops finally and becomes 0. So, we are assuming that at the end of the epidemic, everybody is moving from S to I. Now, look at the maroon curve. As the yellow curve of the susceptible go down, the maroon curve of the infected goes up and takes a peak and then gradually goes down. It has two terms, one positive and one negative. When the number of susceptible persons is high, the positive term dominates and the curve moves upward. After a certain time, there are very few persons in the susceptible compartment and the transition from S to I becomes smaller. Then the transition from I to R. The negative term of the equation starts dominating and the curve goes in downward direction. In the meantime, we can have a look at the blue curve, which shows the recovered people initially. The number was 0 and it gradually goes up as people transition from S to I to R. Now let us discuss a scenario of time t equal to 0, which means initially when everyone is in the susceptible compartment, it is the point where it would be thought whether there is going to be an outbreak or not. We have S0 and I0 for the number of susceptible and infected at time t is equal to 0. The question that concerns everybody is whether this rate of change is lesser than 0 or is bigger than 0. there is lesser than 0, then everyone who gets infected will infect fewer than 1% before going to recovery compartment, and hence the outbreak will stop eventually. With some modifications in the equation, we get R naught equal to beta S upon gamma. This is basic reproduction number, sometimes also called basic reproductive ratio, and sometimes people incorrectly call it basic reproductive rate. It can be thought of as the expected number of new infections, sometimes also called as secondary infections, directly generated by one case in a population where all individuals are susceptible to infection. The role of the basic reproduction number is extremely important. The definition describes the state where no other individual are infected or immunized. Please note that R naught is not a rate having units of time, but is a dimensionless number. The most important utilization of R naught are twofold. One, to ascertain if an emerging infectious disease can spread in a population or not. Two, to determine whether proportion of the population need to be immunized through vaccination to eradicate an infectious disease. So, in other words, if R0 is less than 1, members of the population who get the infection will infect fewer than 1% before going to recovered compartment, that is, before dying or recovering. So, the outbreak will stop eventually. If R0 is greater than 1, each member of the population who gets the infection will infect further more than 1%. So, the epidemic will spread and there will be a proper epidemic outbreak. R0 is probably one of the most important quantity in epidemiology. R naught is equal to beta S upon gamma, which we have used here, is applicable to basic Kermake-McKendrick model only. The other alternative SIR models use different formulas for di, dt, and therefore for R naught too. Now we know how important R naught is in epidemiology. What we need to do is to keep it below 1 so that the outbreak of disease is stopped. So experts have suggested that we lower the infection rate, meaning there, if we lower the number of people moving from susceptible compartment to infected compartment by washing our hands, wearing mask, following social distancing, quarantine the people who come in contact with infected person, testing and isolating the infected people, that would enhance the probability of infection rate beta to go down and eventually the R0. Also, another thing that can be done to bring the value of R naught down is to lower the value of S naught, or in other words, minimizing the number of susceptibles through vaccination. A very big achievement and good example of this is the eradication of polio using pulse polio program and making the number of susceptibles 0. The gamma is recovery rate and is difficult to change. Apart SIR model, there are some more compartment models, some of which are SIS model. Some infections such as common cold do not provide us long-lasting immunity after recovery, and hence the infected people become susceptible again. MSIR model, where the babies are born and are in susceptible compartment but are protected by passive immunity provided by maternal antibodies passed through placenta and colostrum. Carrier state model. This model describes the situation where some people never completely recover and they continue to carry the infection. They move to the infectious compartment again and hence they continue to infect others in their carrier state. One such example is tuberculosis disease. The SEIR model. In many of the infections, there is an incubation period in which a person has been infected but are yet not infectious themselves, hence a new compartment exposed. This is all about SIR model and statistics of epidemics. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.